You ever see a Studio Ghibli movie and see the logo with the big fuzzy furry rabbit bear creature with a smaller fuzzy furry creature on its head? And you think, what on earth is this? What are these things and where are they from? Well, look no further than the 1988 film from Studio Ghibli, My Neighbor Totoro. One of the most acclaimed movies in anime history, written and directed by arguably the most famous anime filmmaker in the industry, Hayao Miyazaki. This is now considered one of the most beloved stories in animation. The titular character Totoro is one of the most iconic anime figures. The furry creature is recognizable on a global stage. Even if you're not familiar with anime, you would have seen this spirit at some point without even realizing. In the Western world, if you grew up watching anime from a young age, or if you're from Japan, then My Neighbor Totoro was a movie that is etched in your childhood. Rewatching this wonderful story and experiencing the music and animation triggers a nostalgic journey to your past, bringing back good and bad memories, but both poignant and impactful in their own right. But as time passes, the realm of anime expands to a larger international audience. And it's not just young people who will be watching this. People who are looking to get into anime will see Totoro on many best of lists. And they may not feel the same about Totoro as someone who experienced this in their childhood. And that got me thinking, it's been over 30 years since this movie was released. It's seen as one of the best not just in Miyazaki's filmography, but in animated films in general. But the people who enjoy this movie, is it purely driven by nostalgia? It remains close to the heart of these people. And the reason I thought of this is because I don't really hear it being recommended as much today. I am one of those people who saw this movie as a teenager and have seen it multiple times with different opinions. Opinions that have changed from negative to positive. I thought it was okay at first, realizing it's not really for me, it's for kids. It was kind of meandering, the story wasn't really progressing with any urgency. I thought I would like it a lot more because of how much praise it gets. So I rewatched it and I started to appreciate this movie way more. And after watching it again, this movie really does hold up well. The music, the themes, animation, it's incredible. I was initially in the camp that this was a movie based purely on vibes and nostalgia. The story was non-existent and is in complete reliance on atmosphere. But if you look deeper, and it honestly doesn't take much effort, you can see what the movie is trying to say, how it conveys its emotions, how it makes you appreciate a universal theme that all families go through, and how we cope with this. The themes are presented through the eyes of children in Totoro, which is why teenagers and adolescents might not be the demographic. I think as a kid it's a movie you fall in love with because of characters like Totoro. And when you grow out of adolescence, become a parent and have kids, this movie really strikes a chord and you begin to see how fleshed out every aspect of the story is. Totoro is a simple tale of two young sisters, Satsuki and Mei, who move to the countryside with their father while their mother recovers from an illness in a nearby hospital. The film beautifully captures the innocence of childhood and the magic of imagination. Unlike many contemporary children's films that rely heavily on action and fast-paced plots, My Neighbor Totoro embraces a slower, more contemplative pace, allowing viewers to fully immerse themselves in the world Miyazaki has created. The bond between Satsuki, Mei, and their parents is at the heart of the film. The sisters' relationship is depicted with authenticity, highlighting both the joyous and challenging moments of siblinghood. Their father, despite his busy schedule, is nurturing and supportive, creating a sense of stability for the girls during a time of uncertainty. The portrayal of family dynamics, particularly the unconditional love and support they provide each other, is universal and resonates with audiences across generations. Nature is not just a backdrop in Totoro, it is a central character. The lush landscapes, towering trees, and the mystical forest spirits emphasize a deep connection with the natural world. This theme of environmental harmony is more relevant than ever as contemporary society grapples with environmental issues. The film's portrayal of a symbiotic relationship with nature encourages viewers to appreciate and protect the environment. The magical elements of the film, from the cat bus to Totoro himself, are not only enchanting but also serve as a testament to the power of imagination. In a world increasingly dominated by technology and fast-paced entertainment, My Neighbor Totoro reminds us of the simple joys of wonder and creativity. This celebration of imagination is timeless, appealing to both children and adults who yearn for a sense of magic in their lives. One of the most distinctive features of My Neighbor Totoro is its unhurried storytelling. In contrast to many modern films that prioritize action and rapid plot development, Totoro allows its story to unfold at a natural pace. This deliberate pacing enables viewers to fully engage with the characters and the setting. The film invites audiences to savor each moment, from the quiet beauty of a rain-soaked forest to the simple joy of watching sprouts grow. The film's attention to the small, everyday moments of life is one of its greatest strengths. Scenes like Satsuki making lunch for Mei, the girls exploring their new home, and their awe at the sight of Totoro encapsulate the essence of childhood. These moments are not just filler, they are integral to building the film's emotional depth and authenticity. By focusing on the minutiae of life, Totoro creates a distinct, minimalist but immersive experience that feels both intimate and universal. Since its release, My Neighbor Totoro has left an indelible mark on popular culture. Totoro has become a beloved icon, recognizable worldwide. The film's influence extends beyond animation, inspiring various forms of art, literature, and even environmental activism. Its enduring popularity is a testament to its timeless appeal. In an era where media consumption often emphasizes quick thrills and constant stimulation, My Neighbor Totoro stands out as a refreshing alternative. Its focus on family, nature, and imagination offers a meaningful respite from the noise of contemporary entertainment. The film's themes and storytelling approach continue to resonate, making it a cherished classic for both new viewers and longtime fans. The fantastical elements serve as a crucial coping mechanism for Satsuki and Mei as they navigate the emotional turmoil of their mother's illness. The film masterfully blends reality and fantasy, offering a profound depiction of how children use their imagination to deal with difficult changes in their lives. Satsuki and Mei face a challenging situation with their mother hospitalized due to a serious illness. This period of uncertainty and fear is especially hard for young children, and the film delicately portrays their emotional journey. Their father tries to maintain a positive and supportive environment, but the girls still feel the weight of their mother's absence and the uncertainty of her recovery. The fantastical world of Totoro and the forest spirits provide Satsuki and Mei with a safe space to process their feelings. Their encounters with Totoro and other creatures are filled with wonder and comfort, offering a temporary respite from their worries. This use of fantasy as a coping tool is a common theme in literature and film. For instance, Bridge to Terabithia and A Monster Calls both depict children escaping into imaginary worlds to deal with grief and personal struggles. These narratives highlight the therapeutic role of imagination in managing real-world stress. The fantasy elements in My Neighbor Totoro are not just whimsical additions but are deeply symbolic of the girls' emotional states. The surreal nature of the film allows for a rich, metaphorical depiction of their inner lives. The film's imagery and metaphors might seem puzzling initially, but they gradually reveal the girls' coping mechanisms and emotional resilience. The fantastical sequences align with their need to find joy and hope amid uncertainty. As the film progresses, the connection between their imaginative experiences and their real-world emotions become clearer, culminating in a poignant and heartfelt conclusion. An interesting aspect of the film is that the father never sees the creatures, nor does anyone else in the village, suggesting that the fantastical world is a creation of the girl's imagination. The distinction highlights the difference between adults' rationality and childlike wonder. While adults might deal with stress through rational thinking and problem solving, children often turn to their imagination. The absence of Totoro in the father's perception underscores how the girl's broad imagination helps them cope with their reality. The film also weaves in elements of spirituality and faith, particularly in relation to the forest spirits. The ceremonial dance that Satsuki and Mei perform with Totoro to grow a gigantic tree can be seen as a form of prayer or ritual, symbolizing their hope and faith in their mother's recovery. The dance and the subsequent growth of the tree represent a deep, almost spiritual wish for their mother's health. This act parallels praying for a loved one, showcasing how the girls channel their hopes and fears into their imaginative play. The film's blend of reality and imagination, its rich symbolism, and the sincere portrayal of the girl's emotional journey make it a powerful narrative about resilience, hope, and the enduring power of childhood wonder. Through their fantastical encounters, Satsuki and Mei found a way to navigate their fears and uncertainties, illustrating the healing power of imagination. Studio Ghibli is renowned for its meticulous attention to detail, and Totoro is no exception. The animation, particularly the lush, hand-drawn backgrounds, brings the rural setting to life. The character designs are iconic, especially Totoro himself, who has become a cultural icon. The hand-drawn animation has an enduring charm that CGI often lacks. The film's visual style remains captivating and continues to inspire animators and artists around the world. One of the standout features of Totoro is its exquisite hand-drawn backgrounds. The Japanese countryside is rendered with such care and detail that it almost becomes a character in itself. From the verdant fields and dense forests to the quaint lived-in houses, every scene is meticulously crafted. The hand-painted textures and colours evoke a sense of warmth and nostalgia, immersing viewers in a world that feels both real and magical. Totoro, with his round belly, wide eyes, and gentle demeanour, is one of the most recognisable characters in animation. His design is simple yet incredibly expressive, allowing him to convey a range of emotions without speaking. The other forest spirits, like the playful suit spirits and the whimsical cat bus, also feature unique and memorable designs. Satsuki and Mei are equally well crafted, with their movements and expressions capturing the essence of childhood innocence and curiosity. Hand-drawn animation has a timeless quality that often transcends technological advancements. While CGI animation continues to evolve and impress, there is a distinct charm in the traditional methods used in Totoro. The tangible, textured feel of hand-drawn animation adds depth and authenticity to the film, creating a visual experience that remains engaging and heartfelt. The animation in Totoro excels in visual storytelling. Through subtle gestures, facial expressions, and carefully composed scenes, the film conveys complex emotions and narratives without relying heavily on dialogue. For example, the scene where Satsuki and Mei wait for their father's bus in the rain, with Totoro silently standing beside them, communicates a deep sense of companionship and wonder purely through visuals. In my opinion, My Neighbor Totoro most definitely holds up after 3 decades from its release. The enchanting animation, relatable characters, and humanist themes are what makes it so relevant and timeless. Whether you're watching it for the first time or revisiting it after many years, Totoro remains a magical experience that transcends generations. As anime and entertainment constantly changes, the sparkling charm of My Neighbor Totoro continues to thrive and delight through its simplicity and the timeless nature of well-crafted stories.